Hi guys, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Today I'm going to talk about the light source. And as you know, we are in times which is very scary, exciting. We are about to witness big changes on this planet. And we are all popping out. We are all popping out of this matrix. We are all in the Great Awakening, it's spiritual ascension. And nobody said it would be easy. Tonight I'm going to talk about how we deal with this and how to recognize what's true and what's not, to navigate us through this spiritual journey. What I feel very strongly is that this is all just a movie, and we are the avatars playing out our missions. But you need to understand not everything is not what it seems. We are born into this world which we are told we have to speak a certain way, be a certain way. And then it all depends on what culture you're born into as well. And we can't blame our parents because our parents were brought up the same way. This goes back eons, guys. This goes back eons. Remember, we are spirit beings living a human existence. And we are only here for a short time to do our bit for Earth. Some of you have come here to teach, to tell, to invent, to heal. And some of you are great ascending masters reborn onto this planet. And this is not to build your ego. I am telling you the way it is. You need to understand our spirit is a lot larger than our physical body. And sometimes your spirit can be at one place at the same time somewhere else. We as a human race have possibly been here many times before. The matrix on a wheel. And many of you great warriors out there have had eons and eons of pain. Just because you're awakened and you're ascended, it doesn't mean that you haven't had a lot of upset in your life. Don't forget these pains from our past lives, they hold into our cells, into our memory, through our ancestors. And this is why that everything that we are witnessing on this planet at the moment is a result of what's happened to ancestors from different lineages. And we need to heal. And we need to heal to change this planet. This is a message for everybody who's awakening now. And we are in a world where it's all social media. There is still people out there who read books and look within. And that's something that I totally recommend. Be around nature. But it's so easy just to click onto social media and just find the answers. Who's going through the same as me? What's the symptoms to a spiritual awakening? But what you need to know is that everybody's awakening is different because we're all individual, even though we all come from the same source. I'm talking about God. I'm talking about mother and father and mother. I'm talking about source, light, the light. There may be a lot of people tonight who are going to opt out of listening to this because they don't like it. But that's fine. I'm here to spread the word. My role as a medium clairvoyant and as a shaman and a teacher is to show the children of the light what is safe and what is not. And there's so much misinformation out there how do you know what's true? And there's this hysteria, what's happening on the planet at the moment. It's a bit like the, how can I put it, the witch trials, the famous witch trials from hundreds of years ago. And it is okay to step out and explore out of this physical world. Guys, that's why we come here. We come here for that. And I'm not talking about all the religions on earth that they're wrong. I'm talking about it's man who's manipulated religion, not God. If you look back to all the ascended masters, you know, they were in the 5th, 6th, 7th dimension. They had connected to source, and that's why they were putting out their light. We are all capable of this. Once you start to lift out of this physical world and explore out of this physical realm, what you need to know is that it's vast out there. We've got angels and demons. We've got star races who are wanting to telecommunicate with us. And yes, you can do this. And if anybody says you can't, they're just saying that for their own ego. Remember, this slithering snake, this Satan, he can go in anywhere. He's not bothered. He's not bothered about sides, religion. He's not bothered about who's what and who votes what or politics. He's just out there to destroy. But what I've come to understand is that this slithering snake has been infecting into the truth community. And it's very, very cleverly done. Now I want you to listen carefully to this, okay? Because this slithering snake can maneuver in and put messages out through people to stop the children of the light exploring their own spiritual journey. It's about feeling if it's right. If it's a good message, it's a good message. If it's put out negatively, you need to be careful. Because old Nick can trick in many different ways. I have many experiences over the years of these demonic beings. And I do believe it is very biblical times that we're living in. There's an event going on this planet at the moment, and we are going through the great crossover. My understanding as I've gone through the light, as I've gone and connected with Source, and I'm not talking about star races here. I'm not talking about anybody with a label. I'm talking about the light. I'm talking about Source. So anybody out there who wants to try and manipulate this, they're obviously not from the light. But what I've come to understand is that when you connect to Source, and this is what's happened to me, they've told me that as a human race, we have to label things on this planet. It's who we are. Well, we are a tribal race. Don't forget, we are the hybrids. We are the hybrids. We are a mixed, not just multicultural, we're universal. From eons ago, this is why we all look different. And we are a mirror effect of what's out there in the galaxy. But also, we are spirit beings in a meat suit. So our spirits are magical. We are magical beings, guys. And we are not separate. Each and every one of you has come from Source to do what you need to do on Earth. There is a mass awakening happening on the planet now. And my understanding is that the younger generation, the violet indigo children, the kids in their 20s, even the 30s, and the younger ones in the teens, they're needing guidance. And this is not what I'm putting out for you to just go my way. I'm putting this out to show you how to go your way. Because that's what it's about. It's our divine purpose. It's our right, our divine rights. We have to be careful of the teachers, guys. This is what sources told me. As you go through out of this physical world and beyond, there's many different planes, many different levels. The higher you go up, there's the heavens. It's so beautiful. And what you need to know is that there's life after life. This is just a chapter. This is just a chapter in our existence on earth. We are in school. We're in school, guys. And I'm calling out to all light workers today, teachers, healers, foreseers. We have a responsibility to guide these children of the light properly. Everybody who is understanding this message so far will understand that there's been a manipulation within the truth community. So when humanity started to channel the star races, when I started to get ASTAR command, I just got ASTAR command. I didn't say it was the Galactic Federation of Light. That came afterwards. And I'll be honest with you, it was because other people were saying it. But I like the idea of the light. So to me it felt right. But what I'm saying to you is, I connected to ASTAR command, who is not a robot, who is not a trick, because he gave me what I felt was right. It was the same feeling that I connected with Source, the same feeling that I connected with my spirit guides, how I got to find them. It comes in gradually, guys. When it was happening for me, there was no internet. Like many shamans out there, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have all this social media. We had to find it out ourselves. And this is what I want you to do. So yeah, watch what you need to watch, but understand your way is the right way. Okay? So it doesn't matter if ASTAR's labelled ASTAR with the orange, purple rainbow coat on. ASTAR from the light. ASTAR from the heavens. Archangel Michael. The labels don't matter. It's the message, guys. It's what the message is being given to you, the channeling. And all the beings that I have channeled have told me that to show the children of the light, show humanity, it lies within. It's within, guys. You have to meditate. You have to be around nature. Read, get as much knowledge as you can. But understand that what's in our society today is everybody's opinions, everybody's experiences. It doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. For all you know, you could be such this ascending master, and your guides and your angels are waiting for you to connect. You can't give your power away. You can't. It's so important. We are writing the new Bible, guys. And like I've said, it's not where we are. People are going to be looking at scriptures like the old scrolls. All this information's being collected. This technology, what's on this planet, isn't what's bad. It's who's been behind it. But there is a transition going on this planet at the moment. What ASTAR commands told me. What Archangel Michael's told me. What Source has told me. The light. That we are going to experience the most amazing technology to hit this planet very, very soon. And we're going to go very futuristic. And it's going to be, it's like sci-fi. But this technology is going to give us more free will. And I see good guys connected behind it. Like I said in my last podcast, I do believe there was a takeover. And there's this holy war, this spiritual war happening behind the scenes. But we've won, guys, we've won. But the story's not over with. It's still about us ascending and doing it the right way. My concern is for the children of the light and the people who are ascending, who are following guidance from fear, from ego. You have to be careful. You have to be so careful. It's about you knowing that this is your right to explore the galaxy, to explore God, your angels, your guides. And don't let anybody else tell you you can't. You are a powerful, spiritual, human being, magical. You're magical. You can take what you can from different teachers, but you must do it your way. Your way is the right way. I always recommend that if you want to do it through meditation, get the crystals that you want, be in that right mood setting. Maybe it's nice music on. Concentrate on a spot on the wall. But don't do it late at night before you go to bed. Because if you do it late at night before you go to sleep, you're too tired. If you're just going to have like 40 winks on a lovely Sunday afternoon with the sunshine coming through the window, concentrate on a spot on the wall. Shut your eyes. And then you'll start to see the light through your eye, through your psychic eye. And then keep practicing, and then you'll start to see colour swirling. Some of yous are getting this now, who are just starting off. Just before you go to sleep, you see random faces coming in. It's your stargate, guys. But if you go through that with fear, you're going to attract negative. You have to go in bold and proud with faith. Because negative attracts negative and positive attracts positive. Nobody said it would be easy. Some of you out there don't even have to meditate. Some of you could just be walking through the park, listening to music. And you get downloads. But you think, is that my imagination? Or is that real? Or you get a download that you're sitting on a spaceship, or you're in another planet, or you're talking to an angel, or you're talking to a loved one who's passed. No, it's not your imagination. We've been told what's reality isn't reality. Everything is not what it seems. We are magical, spiritual beings of the light. Eons and eons and eons ago, back to the start of time, Source, the creator, the great creator, she created angels. Angels. And I've been shown there's like these different gateways of different universes. They're not human. They're great beings. Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Metrodon. But there was many beings. And some of these beings went off and turned against Source. But that had to be. To have the light, we have to have the dark. It was done very cleverly. It had to be this way to teach Source how to grow. How to teach Source's children what was happening. We are the children of the light. But from these dark beings came demigods and tricksters. And Source goes into not just human bodies, it goes into different races out there in the galaxy. These star beings aren't gods. They're our cousins. So I'm not going to lie to you. There's good and bad out there. It's Star Wars out there, guys. It's Star Wars. But you have the ability to telepathically connect with these guys. But what you need to understand is they're not gods. And within these demigods, they are telepathically connecting to people who are in matrices within matrices on this planet, who've come from the dark side. But that's their path. That doesn't mean that we judge that person. That's their journey. But what we can do is take control of our own life. They're allowed to say what they want. Remember, this is a free will world. Because they're channeling their demigods, their darkness. Doesn't mean they'll change. They could change if they wanted to. Because it's a free will world. We're in this movie. But be aware of teachers out there who tell you that you can't do this and you can't do that. Because their source, their fictitious characters are telling you that's not the case. Be very aware. Because all that's doing is lowering your vibration and stopping you from reaching source. Yes, I talk to star beings. Yes, I talk to different guides. But source is where everything starts. And this is a message from source. This is a message from the light, guys. You have to take control. It's your call. Nobody said it would be easy. Eons ago, there's been great wars out there in the galaxy. I've been told this from the different star races. And great technology that's been held back from us. Great technology. And rogue set of ETs, whatever you want to call them, went off and formed their own army. And started to colonize other planets, and there's been great wars against humanity. But they're being taken out. You need to know that. But they're still playing it out. Because you can't eradicate all the darkness off the planet. So they're losing. So because they're losing, it's going to get a bit heated this year, guys. You have to prepare for 2022. They're not going to go out without a fight. They're not. So where the good guys have got the technology, the bad guys have got the technology. And we are about to witness technology in a good way. Stuff what should have come out decades ago, which was held back from it, which is now going to be seeped in. We can't have it all at once because it would just blow our minds. But you're talking time travel, traveling devices, everything. But some of you are in good matrices where there's future parts of you controlling you here now, where the dark source can't get you. But what the dark source can do, they're trying to attack you through other people, through your loved ones and your friends and relationships. If you line a lot of light workers up, we've all had a bad time of it. How many light workers out there have had problems in their love life? Because they couldn't attach to you. They attached to you. They got to you by infiltrating relationships. Now we're at the next level. The second stage of the Earth Volunteers. The ones who are going to be bold. The ones from Archangel Michael. The Violet Indigo children. But the problem we've got with the Violet Indigo children is they're so sensitive, but they're up against all this drug culture and nasty stuff what's out there. And we've got these demonic beings getting all angry because they're losing. They can attach. This is why I'm doing this today, to guide the children of the light, to guide the Violet Indigo children. You have to be careful what you take. Anything that messes with your grey matter can open you up against negative energy what's out there. So I'm not saying if you're going to have a little drink, you're going to get a demon attached to you. But what I'm saying to you is you have to be careful, guys. You're like sponges. But you need to keep away from all these drugs and stuff what's out there. Street drugs. Which I have been told by source, this dark side of the planet, these dark beings are the ones who are allowing this to happen. And don't think for 1 minute it's not just with drug dealers. Organisations, government organisations will have their hand into this. It's all part of the plan, guys. Because yous are at a different force, the Violet Indigo children. You're here to, you're the great truth seekers. Yeah? You're the masters at astral travel. And this is why I'm doing this. You do not listen to anybody who says, do not astral travel, do not do this, do not do that. You're fine if you ask for protection from source. Ask for protection from source. Whatever's being put out there about this and that, what can latch onto you. If you've got the Holy Spirit around you in source, you are fine. It's in you, guys. What I'm saying to you is, you are source. You are source. And once you realise that, they back away. They're not even be able to put the technology on you. It won't attach to them. These negative things what's out there, what a lot of humanity don't know about. The hidden weaponry. It can't touch you once you are connected to source, because they don't like the light. They don't like the light. This is a wake-up call that you are so needed. Because the next phase is the crystal children, the rainbow children, the great blue ray children. And there's hundreds and zillions and millions of earth angels being born right now. We have all assigned to come to this planet to change this planet's frequency. Mother Gaia is a frequency, and we play a part of this. So this negative fear, what's losing without there within the political system and the system, what's going to fall, what's going to change, the banking system, everything. It's also within our everyday lives. So once you awaken, it doesn't mean whoa, everything's great. There's no ending, guys. You go on to the next level, the next level, the next level. I'm not going to, sugarcoat this for you. I'm telling you the truth. How far do you want to go down that rabbit hole? That's up to you. You may just get to the part where you're into the astral travelling and that's it. But you're capable of time travelling. You're capable of time jumping. You're capable of channeling different beings if you want to. I've said this before. Just because, I'm from a lineage of psychics, it doesn't mean that only people who are from a lineage of psychics can do this. That's not true. We are all capable of doing this. So the next phase is the Violet Indigo children. The second phase are the Earth volunteers. And this is why we need to put this message out and to guide people right. To empower people, to show them that it lies within them, not lies with somebody who's watching something or because you're giving the power away. You're giving the power away if you do that. My awakening will be different to your awakening, or the great teachers will tell you it lies within you. The great teachers won't frighten you. They will tell you and guide you. Nurture you like a child learning to walk. The power lies within you. You are God. You are Source. You are the light. Do you want to be the light? Or do you want to be the dark? You can be the dark if you want to be the dark. There's many beings out there who are in matrices within matrices who will trick you. But you're light. You are capable of so much. And if you are in the dark now and you are watching this, you can easy peasy just switch to the light. It's your call. Nobody owns you. You're writing your own story. This is your book, guys, not mine. Nobody else's. This is your book. But it's so precious that you are here. And you're probably thinking, well, why would I want to come here? It's so awful. But we have our memories wiped. And then when we're here and we're realising we want to be back over there, but you can't. Because if you went back too early, then you'd be like, why did I do that? I never got to experience the great love of my life who was just round the corner, or blah-de-blah-de-blah. You are all on a mission. And some of you are great beings at the Ascended Masters. Some of you are angels. Some of you are just like me, like a fairy elemental, who are the messengers. Some of you are earthlings who are here for the grounding of Gaia. Some of you have just decided to come back to balance your family, to protect your grandchildren. But nobody knows that you are a great being of light. Only you know that. Only you know that. There is many there, many of you out there who are incognito, who are doing it all behind the scenes. But that is fantastic, because you are a great being of the light. It's not about, being out there on a platform. You could be helping the old man down the street with his shopping bags. That's a good deed for the week. Little do you know who that old man is. Little do you know. We are all playing a part of this big, huge jigsaw puzzle. Yes, I've said before that religion has been manipulated. But God lies within. But whatever religion that you are into, if it makes you happy and it protects you, use that. Use that. But don't go into it with fear. You are capable of travelling through light years. It's through meditation, and keep practicing. If you got it too much all at once, guys, it blows your mind. You have to keep practicing. Keep practicing. For me, when I started to do all of this, I mean, obviously I was going to the spiritualist churches, and luckily for me, I had some great teachers. So we all need a little somebody to follow, or a little somebody to guide with. But what I'm saying to you is, when you're seeking out these messages to guide you through this fifth dimension, do what you need to do, but don't take on board anybody who builds themselves up to lower you, who tells you that you can't do anything like this, because you can. You can. And I was told by the light to put this out, because there's many people who are watching this, or who are going to be watching this, who are the great channelers for the future. The valid indigo children. And the valid indigo children have come from Archangel Michael. You're the warriors from Michael. But you see, the thing with the warriors from Michael's army, you don't like being told what to do. I've got one. He's in his 20s. Because your souls aren't originally from this planet. But you see how I've been his greatest guide, should I say, teacher, guide. He's got free will. He's been my great guide. He's been my great teacher. Okay, my Adam. Because he does not realise how powerful he is. So I'm teaching him to show him how powerful he is. Okay? But it's testing me. Whew. Whew. How many light workers are watching this? Get the salt baths. Get around nature. Get that music on. We are family. We can do this. This is a call out for all people in the light communities, for the truth seekers. We have to come together. We might not agree on everything, be it politics, whatever, but we're all here for the greatest good. Remember, politics and everything's all the matrix. It's all the matrix. We're all here to nurture and to strengthen. But one of our biggest, missions on our spiritual list before we came here, that we had to guide the children of the light. We had to show them it lies within them. It lies within them. Not outside influence. So yeah, if you want to go to a church or a temple or a mosque, go. And ask your teachers and ask your guides and your priests, your whatever. But it ultimately comes down to you. Don't hand your power over. You are source. You are the light. How fantastic is that? How fantastic is that, guys? So when you realise that, it you have this great responsibility to then pass on this message to everybody else. But not everybody can take that. What do you think Jesus went through? Why was he ridiculed so much? Yeah? He was trying to teach people it was within us. Our Father's house has many mansions. Our Father's house has many galaxies. Many galaxies. With different beings. From different sides. From this light to this dark. And there's some people in the grey. There's some people in the grey. It's a school. It's a free will world. As everybody who knows, who's been following us for quite a while now, I lost my dear brother Paul back in September of last year. And we've always been close. And I come to realise that when he passed, how close we were. I just felt like I'd lost part of me, like the twin of me. I've had to do some soul searching, guys. You know, even teachers and channelers, and we're not immune to this. We're not immune to this. We're born to die. But I've been connecting with him, and my beautiful Paul came through from the light. He's an angel. My Paul is an angel. And he showed me he was like sort of connected with the Atlantean tribes, and he was huge. I mean, Paul was a very tall guy anyway on the earth plane. But remember, our spirits are a lot larger than our bodies. He's like as big as Michael, Paul. And he showed me through the light that I'd had many lives with him in Atlantis and beyond. And the colours are amazing through this light. Because everything's light or dark. Colours come from light or dark. So Paul's been getting a lot of healing on the other side. And he's shown me that there's realms of the heavens. You've got in the animal kingdom, which is near the nurseries, where the children are. Little children. And just imagine this, you've got like these beautiful fields, and you might see Archangel Michael playing football with the children in the fields. Yeah? But these are guarded by Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, Michael. Yeah? Metrodon, they're all out there, and there's loads, and there's trillions and trillions of light angels. You can hear the children laughing. You can hear the children laughing. From tiny little fetuses, which have been lost, to up to teenagers, they're over there. And then you've got the animal kingdom, and where the children are in the nurseries, and all the great in the animals, they're being protected. They're being protected by these archangels. It's huge, guys. It's huge. But what I need to tell you is that Paul showed me that there's different levels of existence over there. And when you first cross over, you can live the reality you want to live. And then grow and go on. He's actually got a lot of books with him, so he's learning a lot. But he keeps giving his messages. He keeps coming through from the light. Paul was a great investigator. He did a lot of investigation on the JFK stuff and that. He was a truth seeker, my Paul. There's an infiltration what's going on this planet at the minute. And it's definitely attacking light workers, truth seekers. And I do believe that there's dark stuff still going on, with technology and all sorts of horrible stuff. So we have to raise our vibrations. We have to raise our vibrations and not feed into this negativity. And it's going to protect we. Okay? Because like I say, it's the dregs of this movie what's playing out, and it's all going to come to an end very, very soon. But then when all, the planet's all awakened, everyone's on different levels, then there's the next step, and then the next step, and the next step. So it's constant learning. Just because you get to the 5th dimension, it doesn't mean that's it, If we knew what was actually out there, it would just blow your mind. You couldn't comprehend it, to the physics and that. And these great beings want to bring all this technology onto the planet. But I mean, everything to do with numbers and everything, what's been controlling we? There's other numbers out there and symbols that we don't know, and physics that we don't know. We're in a movie, guys. We're in a matrix. So you've got avatars what's playing out good games within good matrices, and then you've got avatars who are in bad matrices, who have come from these dark sources, the demigods, who are the tricksters, trying to lower the frequency of these great children of the light who are awakening. And they're not going to win. They're not going to win. You are powerful. You are in control. You are source. Because you are the light. So I just wanted to put this message out and tell you all that it's so important that you take control. 2022 is going to be the ride of the century, guys. It's going to be. And we're all being tested on faith. Right? So it's about faith is within. Don't feed into the fear. Keep your feet firmly on the ground. Keep practicing your meditation. Do what you need to do. Like I said to you before, not all light workers, not all humanity has to lie there and go hum and meditate. Some of you will get downloads because of your DNA and of who you are, because you're ascending, so it's awakening your codons within your cells. Okay, so everything's changing within you. So some of you can just meditate walking around or listening to music, because we're all built differently. We're all built differently. But remember that there's a reason you're on this planet. You've come to this planet, and what you've got to understand is the reason why you've come to this planet. So you need to write down what you're passionate about. Yeah, and try to do things, even if it's for hobbies. And when you're doing what you need to do, then it'll just morph itself. It'll all fall into control. Then what you want to do, what you need to do. This is huge, guys. This is huge. You have the key. Not me. Nobody else out there on the internet. Okay? You have the key. Because we have to get our act together here. I'm telling you this now. Because it's going to get a bit shaky this year. We are going to save this planet, but we need to sort this out. Right? This is the fight for freedom of rights, ascension, everything. And putting all these dark demons back in their place. Right? So if the more enlightened violet indigo children are going to take the lead for the babies into the future. And it's so on and so on and so on. Hallelujah. Welcome to Earth. Welcome to the Matrix. Welcome to coming out of the Matrix, should I say. Welcome to coming out of the Matrix. Welcome to the Great Awakening. Welcome to the light. This is your psychic LG reporting from the light. Don't give up, guys. This is your book. You are writing your own story. This is your call. May the force all be with you all. Where am I? I think I'm stuck on end screen. Guys, I need to stop doing this astral travelling. I keep getting stuck in the cloud. But anyway, I'm stuck on my end screen. So don't forget, subscribe to my channel and press the bell for new updates. Us fairies, you know, we're always getting up to mischief. See you all soon. Bye now.